Yes, PC parts are extremely scarce and they're very much overpriced. But at the same time, yes, you can still build a great gaming PC here in 2021. If I was to purchase every single one of these parts at MSRP, no scalping, no sales or anything, it's going to be $1,750. I'm talking about $1,750. But fortunately, I was able to purchase all of this for $1,550. But that's because I was patient and I also shopped used. In this video, I'm going to be doing a time lapse of the PC build as well as showing you some benchmarks and talk to you as far as how and why I used each component, and of course the pricing. If this content does interest you, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I do have more PC builds as well as tutorials, build guides, and pretty much some entertainment for you coming soon. Lastly, check out the timestamps within the video as well as product links and some resources to help you understand why there's a shortage. So I'm gonna skip the intro and we're gonna get right into it. we're going to talk about the parts, and the first thing is going to be the motherboard. The motherboard is a B450 Aorus Elite V2. And this one only costs $120, and it's what I paid. No, there's no Gen 4 PCIe support. However, it is supported for 3rd and 5th gen CPUs. You really can't argue the price, especially for getting Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on a motherboard. For the CPU, we ended up going with the AMD Ryzen 7 3700X. This actually costs $330 brand new, however, I only paid $200. For the RAM, we went with 16GB of G-Skill Trident Z Neo at 3600 MHz, and this one costs $117. And I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my favorite RAMs to use because it's very optimized for Ryzen, and I'm very pleased with the way it looks. The GPU is an Aorus 2080 8GB version. MSRP is $700, but I only paid $660 for this. It might not be the fastest 2080, however, it looks freaking insane. This is my personal favorite graphics card when it comes to looks and RGB, and I had to do the vertical mount. The GPU bracket that supports this graphics card is the Fantex bracket. Now, this is something that actually went up in price. It goes for $99. However, at the time that I did purchase this, I paid $40. So maybe it just went up in price momentarily, but if you want a GPU bracket like this, just search around. I really didn't have any issues with this bracket, however I did have to cut the case. This is the first time actually using a vertical bracket, so maybe I have to cut every case when I use this, but it sure was scary. The case is the Corsair 4000X, and I paid $135 for this. Again, I went with aesthetics on this one because it looks good, but the reviews were fair, and it came with an RGB controller and 3 ARGB fans as well. You've seen all the B-roll. It is very nice. For storage, I chose a WD-SN750 at 500GB for boot drive, which only costs $70. And for the extra storage, I chose a Samsung 870 EVO at 1TB, and that one was $140. The power supply is the Seasonic S12 III, 650 watts, 80 plus gold certified, and only costs $57.99. Now, if you're wondering if that's enough wattage for this PC, yes, this PC only draws 380 watts, so 650 is more than enough. At the end of the day, when it comes to building PCs, it all starts with what your budget is, if you're willing to purchase used, and how patient you are. And don't get all locked up as far as having to have the newest and the greatest, because last gen parts are still really good. Despite all the new GPUs and CPUs out there, it's okay to buy used. It's okay to get the last gen components as well. They're killer options. Just because new stuff comes out doesn't make those irrelevant. But it is important, if you were to purchase any of these parts, to not pay over MSRP. A quick Google search to see what the MSRP when it first launched is always very safe to do. So if you've enjoyed this video so far, please consider hitting that subscribe button, because we have a lot more content as far as PC builds, build guides, and tutorials coming soon. Lastly, I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who stuck around. I really hope that this video was able to inspire you or help you with your next PC build. But you guys already know what to do. Game up, stream up. Peace.